Hello and welcome to Tifica Magica. My name is Tiffany and thank you for joining me on my beautiful series of the DNA of the Divine. And today we are covering the mystical, the magical, our brothers and sisters from the Sirius constellation, the Sirius star beings. My star beings, you know who you are. So if you've been feeling the call of Sirius, if you've been looking up near that Orion constellation and just below it and been feeling that drawn calling to home, then this is the video for you. So it's time, my Sirius Starseeds, to wake up to your divine Sirian DNA that is within you. First of all, I want to say thank you to all my new followers and my new subscribers, and also the likes that I'm receiving. I just want to send such an abundance of love and light. And another thing as well is, hey, we made it through the Lionsgate portal 2025. We did it, guys. I know all of us, we all went through the symptoms of the headaches, the tiredness, the vivid dreams, the feeling so exhausted because we needed to go into that rest mode, getting ready for this portal activation because we have entered into the new timeline that has been ready for us. So I hope all of you got your manifestations out and I hope they all come true. Now, apologies for any noises in the background. My lovely ginger cat Maine Coon Cornelius, who is currently making a lot of noise down here below me because he has found his dreamies, is the little culprit of the sound today. And if unlucky, possibly the seagulls might not actually interfere, but knowing my luck, they probably tend to do so. So apologies in advance for any noises, but at the moment the main problem with the noise is my little pickle Cornelius. And if you are lucky, we're very quiet, bear with me. Come here. Here is Corny Bub. This is my Cornelius, as I said, and I promise everyone that he will be in the video today. So let's just see if we can get... Oh, I don't know. You need to say in the video because you've been doing the dreamies again. You've been very naughty. Yes, you are fabulous. That is you on camera. Anyway, this is Cornelius. So, as we were saying, with Sirius Starseeds, they are incredibly knowledgeable, incredibly empathic. These beings just have this beautiful, mysterious qualities. Okay, goodbye, Cornelius. Anyway, apologies, guys, but you have just seen my little bumble, Cornelius, who will make an appearance once more. I'm sure he will, because he does love the camera anyway. So, as I was saying, with Sirius star beings, they have this innate sense of knowledge and just deep wisdom about them. So we're going to go through the different signs before I was rudely interrupted by my Mr. Cornelius Snow, and we're going to go through the signs and we're going to connect you to all those questions that you have had within you, thinking, am I a Sirius Starseed? Well, if that resonates with you and you feel that call, then well, you know you're a Sirian. So first of all, we'll go forward with, okay, it's a sign number 1, okay, which is another big indicator, and the indicators that you have had a lifetime in Sirius and you are connected to that energy. So first of all, Sirians, okay, they are your old school Starseeds along with your Pleiadians, okay, all right, they have been coming to this earth for a very long time. They've had a lot of involvement with the construction of the pyramids, okay, and they've had a lot of involvement obviously with the Sphinx as well. They've had many involvements with different civilizations that are here, and they've had many involvement with different tribes. Let's just say these guys, they have left their mark here on this planet, okay, and they are the most wonderful beings when it comes to knowledge, teaching and leadership. So when a Sirian walks in the room, Sirian is in the Sirian Starseed, you know they walked in the room because the presence that comes off these guys is like, whoa. So, and they are the most wonderful beings and people that I have met. They are lovely, but they have, from a young age, so if you have a Sirius star child or yourself who is a Sirian star being, from a young age you would have had, okay, everyone would say to you, you are too mature for your age, you're too sensible, you're too mature, and you would just have that, you would have that knowing, okay, of having that old soul within that young body kind of mindset. So somebody would have said to you, an old head, an old head on young shoulders, I think it's one of that things, but they would say that about you, okay, because they just give off this deep wisdom because they have so much knowledge and they come in with this spiritual presence. So with Syrian beings. There's no fooling a Syrian being, okay? So just it comes off on them in weights. But also, okay, these guys as well, they have the curiosity. These are your ones, okay, that are gonna question things, and these are the kind of guys, okay, that we're gonna want to find out for answers. These are like your Hermione Grangers of the Gaia world, okay? So they are the ones that are gonna put their hand up and say, well, hang on a minute, I've got a question about that. And they're the kind of people that will push the boundaries because they want to find out that knowledge and that source for answers. So these are your guys that are here to shake up the system. They are your spiritual teachers, your spiritual leaders, okay? And they are here to really push forward onto this world in this ascension process, okay? So there's a lot of people that have come down here over history as well, okay? Not naming specific names, but some religious leaders and spiritual leaders, okay, over many lifetimes and history as well, have been a prominent experience they've had, or have been a starseed from Sirius, will have that thirst for knowledge, okay? For instance, okay, such as your Greek scholars, such as Socrates and Plato, okay? Yes, there is a connection with Plato and Atlantis, okay, but the Syrians also had their great connection with Atlantis, and also as well, okay, there is a connection around them with Nostradamus as well. So these are your guys, okay, that used to write the books and everything. So they have incarnated on this planet for a while, and they, let's just say, they have had their effects, but from a young age they had this deep knowledge, okay, this presence, okay, they just know the wisdom that's within them, okay? So their IQ is really pretty above average, basically. It's from a young age, there's no fooling them. But also, okay, with Sirian Starseeds, okay, that some of them, even though some of them are not awake yet, okay, and considering some of them, okay, that probably reincarnated, okay, here on this planet, say with them in the 1950s or even before that, that some of them are not always aware that they are Sirian Starseeds, but what they will have from a young age is this just knowing, this purpose, okay? So they have this drive and this knowing, okay, that they are on a mission and they are here for a purpose, okay? Because if you remember what I said with Starseeds before, when we come here, we're like, I know I'm here for a reason. Well, these guys, okay, they know that they are here for a reason, and it will bother them, okay? It will itch at them. They will just know, okay, whatever it is they've come here to do, they have come here for a mission. So they're in here like, woo, here we are, we're here on planet Earth. Yeah, it's a little bit crappy down here, but I know that I have got a sense of purpose, and I know I've got a sense of mission, okay? But also, okay, they had this already from a young age, this deep spiritual awareness about them as well. So they will feel that fundamental connection within that heart space frequency, okay? So they will just know, all right, they come down here and they will look at it like, oh my God, it's really wrong here, they've got it all wrong here, okay? And they will feel that call to that spiritual purpose, and they are your guys. They're going to say, none of this is right here on this planet, okay? Whatever they've been teaching them here, they've got it completely wrong. By the way, as I say in my videos, okay, this has got, everyone's got free will, so I'm not trying to push my beliefs or anyone else's beliefs, okay, onto anyone else's. This is for free will, okay? Obviously, if this resonates with you, then this is wonderful, but obviously I have to make clear as well, okay, that I'm not turning anyone against their own religious beliefs and their feelings on certain topics. That's not what this channel is about. This is open for everyone, okay? So we just make that clear. Okay, I hope that's all right. But they will have this deep spiritual awareness, okay? So they will come down here and they will know it's not right, okay, that what people have thought about spirituality and connection and all that, that they've got it all a little bit jumbled up, okay, but they will know this deep sense of awareness. So they have this presence, this instant connection. It's like a little light switch that's already on the back of them and it's already turned on, but they just have this deep awareness, okay? But they also have this tendency with Syrians, okay? Syrian star beings, let me just tell you this, okay? If you're going to tell a Sirius not to go and do something, they will go and do it, because they are the ones, they are curious, and they have this just instant curiosity nature, but they are bold, and they are very, 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 very strong-willed, okay? So if a Syrian has got their mind set up on something, there is no stopping them. So you can try it, and they will say, fluff you, I am doing it, this is my thing, I'm going to go do this and I will find out for myself, because they had that beautiful thirst of curiosity. But with their boldness, okay, and their strong-willedness as well, okay, they are your leaders, okay? These are the guys that stand at the front line. These are your guys that you follow, okay? They love to start helping people, but leading people to show them the way. So with the strong purpose that they have these really beautiful leadership qualities about them as well. So these guys will strive, okay, they will be the ones who will be the spiritual teachers. They will be the ones, okay, that also have that fascination with healing, okay, because the Sirian star healing is ever so beautiful, okay, but they will be your teachers as well, and with their ancient knowledge and wisdom, because they have come here to help teach humanity and to teach them the ways, okay, not just of the star beings, but teaching them consciousness and helping humanity set themselves free from the chains that they have bound themselves for so long, okay. So as I said before, okay, a lot of them, okay, that have been here on this planet, okay, have been very prominent figures and leaders here, okay, that have created that spark of great change, okay, but also with them as well, okay, because some of them, okay, right, with Syrians, okay, yes, they are very empathic, they are very loving, okay, but with them, because of their energy, they can find it very, very difficult at times, okay, with being an empath. As I said, empath, we know, okay, it's a gift as well as it's a curse, okay, but with Syrians, okay, they can get very overstimulated and overwhelmed by too much emotion, because they are very sensitive to a lot of energy. So a lot of them, okay, will be like, oh, okay, this is, because it will affect them physically as well, it affects their energetic field, okay. So don't think that a Syrian, okay, is actually, you know, not empathetic. That's not true at all. They are very generous, they are very caring beings, and if a Syrian has befriended you, they will do everything they can to help you, because they just have that innate part to help. But with a Syrian as well, okay, because they know from their experience here on Earth, they will not be taken advantage of. They are courageous, they are fearless, okay. And as I said, okay, you can't push a Syrian into a corner, because they will just go, no, you're not doing that. I need my free will, I need my independence. Yes, they do like to have a little bit of structure to what they do, okay, but they love to figure things out and find more things out for themselves, because they have that strive and that strive for purpose. Now, one thing I will say about Sirian star beings, okay, because a lot of them, even though they have that prime connection and that purpose, okay, that when they start to wake up, or when they have what you call the starseed activation, and I'm sure my friend, she won't mind me saying that, obviously I'm not going to give her name, okay, but she's one of my really good friends, okay, and she has had this connection with Sirius for a very long time. She comes to my sessions, the Celestial Grove. Now what happens is, okay, that when a Sirian starts to go and search for these questions like, why am I so different? I've got this sense of purpose, I've got this spiritual awareness, I know I'm here on this planet to do something, and I need to go out there and do it, and I know there's so much more, and I need to be on my mission, okay, and they start to go and seek it. Some might not, obviously depending on when they incarnated, okay, because I said the whole starseed movement, it hasn't really become really known until about really from the 90s and going onwards, and now it's so much everywhere. And obviously, as I say, okay, like a lot of us, well, the original ones, okay, that knew that they're starseeds, not saying that I'm original, but you know, the ones that knew a little bit earlier on, okay, all right, I want people to kind of really understand what it is to be a starseed. Then obviously, because there's so much out there, and there's some great things out there, okay, but it's not something that is like, you know, what can I say, it's not just something like, oh yeah, I identify as, it's not that kind of energy. Yeah, it is what you identify with, but it is part of your soul type and soul origin, okay, and it's just here to explore, okay, as to, you know, these unhidden questions that are within you as well. But going back to my friend, okay, that when a Syrian, okay, starts or comes in contact, whether that be within a portal opening, okay, as we've got a lot of them coming on down here, okay, will be with, okay, a seek, okay, for spirituality, if they meditate, and if they get somehow interlinked, okay, with that serious energy, that connection, they will instantly activate, okay. So as soon as they get in touch with that serious energy, which will be in a form of meditation, just like my friend has in my groups, as we connect to these higher dimensional energies and connecting with our guides and finding our true purpose, okay. But as soon as the Sirian Starseed is really present or it connects to that Sirian energy, bam, magic activation. There you go, they are turned on, and all of a sudden whoosh, 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 whoosh. The downloads start coming in thick and fast, thick and fast, thick and fast, thick and fast, okay, because they are linked, okay, and their guide will be very present, okay, and the Sirians, okay, are so strongly working here now at the moment, okay, all right, they are here linking within that because it is now time to wake up and they have got a mission, and I'm really happy for my friend because she's now being pushed forward onto her mission, and a lot of questions that she had needed answers for, she is finding that, and it's part of her journey, and to be part of that journey with her is so beautiful, okay. But the thing is, okay, with their longing for learning, okay, they are here to be the transmuters, okay, the channelers for knowledge. Now yes, these beings, okay, are incredibly psychic and incredibly sensitive as well. Now other signs, okay, that you're going to find, okay, with Sirius Starseeds, okay, one, they need to be round, okay. Water is a really beautiful thing for them to be round. A lot of them, okay, they can't really handle being too much in city environments. Reason why that being is, okay, and for some of you Syrians, okay, that are living in the city, and it does happen with Starseeds as well, they will find that it is too much, because remember I said they are energy conduits, as we all are, and they're very overly sensitive when it comes to energy, okay. They can't really handle being in a city environment. It's too much dark, too much negativity, too much radiation. It's just like so overwhelming. And then being in a crowd like scenario, I mean, they can lead a crowd, but they can't deal with too much of that energy. But they need to be, and they feel the most calmest when they are by the ocean or they are around water. Now the reason being that is, okay, now Sirius, right, there is a whole, let me just get this clear. In Sirius, there is a whole range of beings. So we've heard, okay, all right, about the Anunnaki, okay, and they have a connection within that. There's some sayings that some people say, okay, they've got a connection with the Cygnus realm as well, okay, but there is an interlinked connection with Sirius and the Anunnaki. There's been so many theories on it as well, but what resonates with you. But we know there is Sirius A, Sirius B, and Sirius C. Now, all of you beautiful star beings, okay, that have an affinity with mermaids. Yes, now mermaids, they are very real beings, okay, and I'm not, you know, just trying to put anyone into a delusion of fantasy, okay, but as I said, anything that is a myth or anything from this earth, it is a myth. It comes from something that actually is real, okay. So mermaids, yes, they do have a very strong connection with earth, okay, and also around, okay, different seaside coastal towns around here and all over the world, as we look in the tales of Melusina. But dolphin and mermaids have a particular connection to a couple of places, actually, not just Sirius but also Mintaka, which we will go on to in another video, because there's a lot of Mintakans here as well, all right, that are starting to kind of wake up to who they are, blessing, because they're lovely souls. But they will have a connection, okay, some Syrians to mermaids, okay, and there's a reason for that, okay, because they have, I believe it's either Sirius C, I believe it is, or B, but you know, it's definitely Sirius, one of those two. I apologize here, okay. That today is a very water-based planet, okay, with their planet there. So there'll be a strong link to the ocean and a strong link to mermaids. They'll be connected and have a very drawn, you know, affinity with dolphins, okay, and whales. Dolphins also originate from the Sirius star constellation. This is why they're so intelligent, okay, and they love to connect to humans and with their playful energy. But also another thing with Sirian Starseeds as well, they will have a great connection and a very strong connection with dogs, and they'll have a very strong connection with cats. That's because a multitude of them, okay, can look very hybridized, okay, within that energy as well. There's a strong affinity to that. And some Syrians as well have very pointy ears, okay, very humanoid, okay, and large eyes. There's even a range of amphibian types around Sirius, okay, and you've also got a few reptilian types. Now, one thing I'll just make clear a little bit about reptilians, okay. Now, I know we give them a lot of schmuck, okay, because yeah, there are some bad ones. Unfortunately, the ones that have been around here, they haven't been the greatest ones, and a lot of us that do know of them, they're not always the friendliest, as we know, but there are actually some really positive reptilian energies, okay, that I have been present, okay. So remember, there isn't, not all of them are bad. I'll just make that clear. There are some that actually are very awakened and enlightened, but saying that, okay, you do have some reptilian hybrid energies, okay, that come from Sirius. But also as well, you have the tall ones that are very long hair, blonde hair, okay, with pointy ears, okay. So look, Sirian, you've got a whole range of different beings there, okay. Look, you even have in Pleiades Pleiades, you have reptilians and Pleiades, some things as well, I've heard. So, you know, don't worry, okay, about whether, okay, don't go by the stereotypical, by what people tell you, okay, because if you feel you have that connection with Sirius, maybe you've had a reptilian lifetime there, or whether you've had an amphibian or a mermaid lifetime there, or a humanoid lifetime there, or an insectoid, it doesn't matter, okay. The whole point is, okay, that you connect to that consciousness energy. Now, another thing, okay, with Sirius Starseeds, they will have, as well, with this earth, which they'll be very related to, they will have strong affinities and connections to, again, like I said, a lot of Starseeds do, but specifically with Sirians, with ancient knowledge, ancient priestesses, ancient occult theories. So I want to go into ancient mysticism, okay, not as in dark occult. Some may have a little bit of interest in some of those areas, but they will have a strong interest in, apologies, I've got a little bit of a trippy nose, they will have a strong affinity and interest within ancient knowledge and mysticism, okay. So people are going to be drawn to the Thoth, the Hermetic law, Golden Dawn, okay. They're going to have a real thirst and passion for that, okay, but they'll be very keen and be very drawn to things such as certain priestesses, okay, that connected back in history, okay, different groups that connected to that, the mystical and magical. A lot of them will be very drawn to the Arthurian times, okay, because Merlin as well, that we know of Merlin, okay, and we'll do a whole video, okay, around about him in the future, okay, but he had very, very strong connections and links to these higher dimensional origins, specifically Sirius being one of them, okay. But these guys they'll be very drawn to specifically because, one, they may probably have had a past life here, because remember, as Starseeds, we can have one life here, we can have many life here, and just signify a couple of things, okay, with different Starseeds. So the ones, okay, your old school ones, okay, your first wave, as Dolores Cannon says, these are your guys that have been here for quite a lot of lifetimes, okay, and then as you go up second wave, okay, they're more sensitive, it's a whole range, okay, and some of the new Starseeds that haven't had any lifetimes here, okay, this is the first one. But with the Sirians, okay, a lot of them being the old soul types and been here on this planet before, they will have the strong affinity with things such as, yes, you said it, ancient Egypt, Atlantis and Lemuria, okay, being Thoth the Atlantean. Also, we know him to be Tahat, okay, very prominent lifetime there as well, okay, so they'll be drawn to all these levels of knowledge, okay, they'll have connections with cats and dogs, okay. Also with these guys as well, which I need to give as well, is because of their psychic nature, they like Pleiades, they will have vivid dreams, okay, but they will have simple things like flashbacks. Now, one of my students, well, for being Syrian, she is having very much visions and flashbacks, okay, because as we start to connect and open up to these higher dimensional energies, okay, we start to activate, and it's just, oh, when I see a starseed activating, it's just such a lovely starseed experience. I'm like, oh, my children are waking up, I'm so happy. But anyway, my beautiful Sirian Starseeds. Now, I know, okay, I'm really kind of naughty, okay, because I know I'm doing these long videos, but I'll just throw in a few more things as well. Just a little bit about Sirians, okay, and I'm sure I will do other videos as we go more and more into these different things, okay, but this is just going to point you into that direction, okay, that you're connected to Sirius. First of all, if you're a Sirian Starseed, you have got a natural charisma, you have got that gift of the gab, okay, you have got that presence when you walk into the room. They have great sense of humor, Sirians, okay. Another thing, okay, like they like to say is, why so serious? Yes, I know we might be quoting a little bit on Batman with Christian Bale and Heath Ledger there, but that is what we do say sometimes, why so serious, okay, because Sirian Starseeds, they try to remind us not to be so serious, but again, a pun with that joke, my apologies, but they have a natural charisma, okay, and just they are, oh, what can I say? They really are wonderful beings. So anyway, my beautiful Starseed Sirius beings, thank you for joining me on my video today. Thank you for joining Difficult Magica, and I hope you all have a very beautiful week. Now, you know I'm like with promotion, okay, so yeah, you know, look down below, you're gonna find it, you guessed it, it's from Shein. Go down there, get your 60% off, you know you want to, okay, but please, okay, look, I love your comments, okay, I love it when people comment, you know, so any questions, okay, you know what, if you're a Syrian, okay, you know, give me a heads up down in the comments, okay, and say you claim it, okay. Let's bring in all that Sirius Starseed love. So please like, subscribe, follow, comment, do whatever you would love to do, okay, because I love to hear your stories. I love to hear people's suggestions, okay, on different topics you would like for me to cover. And I just, you know, all you Sirius Starseeds, just enjoy this beautiful time, and I hope that this is bringing you closer to your home in the Sirius Starseed system. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. I love you. Cornelius, my little bumble over there, he's looking at me with some evils at the moment. He loves you too. He's just, oh, he's a pillock at the moment. But anyway, I love you, and have a wonderful, wonderful, Tifika magical day.